Adriana, are you there? This is your old friend Abigail. Long time no see. Huh? Abigail? I guess I forgot to block your number, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Bye-bye. Now, hold your horses there, Adriana. Are you actually still upset at me for everything that happened 8 years ago? And on an even more serious note, do you still have things going on with your ex-boyfriend that I stole from you back then? Gross! That guy was from all the way back in high school, Adriana. But I guess those were the best years of your life, huh? It's sad to think about, really. That's not it at all. I'm just upset still by the fact that you stole my ex-boyfriend back in the day, but neither of you told me until senior year, and then when I found out, he left me for you. So why would I have any interest in that guy after what you both did to me? Oh, right. Well, whatever then, I guess. And anyway, right now what I've come to talk about has nothing to do with that drama. And what's that? I heard that you're married now. And what about that? Well, it just so happens that something went on at the class reunion from half a year ago. And? How does the class reunion have anything to do with the fact that I'm married? Your husband came to that class reunion. Really? Well, at the time, I had heard that the two of you were married while he was there, and I just wanted to let you know that I might have to steal another man from you. And at the time, I wasn't able to find you anywhere at the reunion to tell you. But I guess it's already too late, because everything went exactly as I said. So that class reunion and me being married, what do they have to do with one another? So I'm saying your husband is now my man to keep. No. Because my husband has never gone to any class reunions. And even if he did, he wasn't even in the same class as us, so he would have never been invited to the event in the first place. Wait, are you starting to freak out already? I'm sure realizing that I have now stolen 2 men from you in your lifetime is a pretty hard fact to swallow, but come on, you shouldn't lie to me about where he's been. I'm not lying, though. All right. Then I guess I'll get all my facts straight and show you that you're lying. I know that at the event I took your 7 figures a year man and brought him back home with me for the night. So I really am sorry for stealing your man again. A salary of 7 figures? I'd really like it if you guys would hurry up and get divorced, please and thank you. I'm still confused by who you're talking about right now. All right, I've already told
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages, a vacant
come for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Still a little lost on who you're talking about this time. James? Really? Well, because you told me the name of your husband, I actually left that James guy and came after Leo instead. No, my husband does not make that kind of money in a year. Wait, are you saying he makes even more than that? Awesome, that's even better for me. That's not really what I meant by that. James was a great guy and all, but his older brother Leon bringing in so much money makes him way better. Leon? I made sure to change my target to him so that I'd be stealing your husband. Well, Abigail, that guy is also not my husband. Excuse me? Well, my husband is from Italy and he has no brothers and his name is just Leo. What? So I think you misheard me or something and took that for Leon. I guess I should have been a bit more forward that his name was just Leo and it wasn't just a nickname. Wait, huh? And because of the way you've been mistaking these men for my husband, I had to ask a high school friend about all of this. That James guy's wife is actually Adrian, and yes, she was going to the same high school as us, but she didn't come there until junior year and wasn't even in our class either. What? Adrian? She just moved back to her hometown 4 years ago and then 2 years later married James. What? I'm sure that you'd been confused by that too, and so I have to ask, did you really mishear her name and think that you were looking for Adriana instead of Adrian? Because it's a stretch, but I can see how you got confused by our names. This was all based off of what my friend told me, but what do you think? Seems that things are starting to all come together now, huh? Well, when I heard that James's wife's name started with an A, I thought it was you again. I see. Well, I know that you didn't ask for me to tell you any of this, but just to be sure, my husband is actually from Italy and has been living in America for a while now. So that's why I was saying there's no way he'd have been invited to a class reunion here in the States. And there would definitely be no way that he'd know who you are and you him. Well, that doesn't matter. I'll start going after Leo for real now. What? Up until now, I've been holding back all this time, and it seems everyone has been making me feel stupid. And after stealing your ex-boyfriend back in the day, I have had the drive to come back and steal more from you. If I can't get your husband as my own, then I'll never be satisfied. Are you a frickin' idiot, Abigail? What? Have you ever heard of the words court and settlement? What? Why are you bringing that all up? Well, the two guys that you've been messing with, James and Leon, well, both of them have wives right now. And so what? I don't care. It's not my fault that I'm the most sexy and amazing girl around that is able to get any guy she wants to like her and sleep with her. But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. What? Even if you are able to get either Leon or James to be with you, doesn't change the fact that you go around stealing different men from their wives, but you are the worst of the worst when it comes to women. I mean, you even just bragged about sleeping around with different men that you stole away from their own family. And? Well, I'm just saying that you are worse than a woman, even worse than most witches and crap. What are you getting at? I think you're in the position to receive a whole lot of complaints from a whole lot of women, and soon to follow a whole lot of settlements that you'll have to pay up. Listen, what you've been doing recently has been a whole lot of really bad crap. And what's even worse is both of those men were mistakes while you were trying to find my husband. You really are a dunce, Abigail. That's really all you are. What's this all about? You're just pissed because the girl that stole your man years ago is back for more and you can't stop her. I told you before that I'm not upset about you having the ability to take other people's partners, especially over the stuff that happened then. I'm more just troubled by the fact that you think this is all okay, and that now you're going after married couples like that's the same as just stealing an unmarried couple's man. You need to shut up a little. All this talk about me being in the wrong is really going to rile me up. Are you serious? I just told you all of these things, and yet you still don't see how deep of a hole you dug yourself? Me? I'm in no hole. You literally just had an affair with 2 married men. If their wives find out, you will be screwed by a lot of settlements. You have to understand that that's not a good thing, right? Oh, I see. Well, those 2 wealthy men will already be there, ready to pay for whatever I owe. No, I don't think so. I think that those 2 have already lost their jobs and the money they said they'd be making. Huh? They were fired? Well, I heard that both Leon and James were working for Adrian's father's company, but he will find out about the 2 of them cheating with you, so... He will? Yeah, well, he already has, actually. I told you that I'd be telling all of them about this, didn't I? Well, I told both of their wives just a second ago while we've been texting. You're kidding. And we even talked about how the 2 of them were about to open their own businesses linked to the company their dad owns. But since you were so focused on trying to steal my husband, you didn't stop to think about the harm that all of your stupid games caused for everyone. Stupid games? I guess it was also those husbands' faults as well for going out with you, so maybe this was all just a little too unstable to begin with, their relationships. But maybe they'll come to marry you after having lost everything. But that would mean that you'd have to choose between one or the other. Right now, I'm coming over to your house. Huh? Right now? You told me that your husband Leo is a foreigner, right? That'll be even better than either of those 2 jobless losers. So I'm coming over to your place right now to steal that man of yours. So tell me your address. Do you need to go see a doctor or something? I swear there is something seriously wrong with your brain right now. What? Well, even if you did have my address somehow, I'm not even in America at the moment. About a year ago, Leo had finished his business agreement working for a company over here in the US, but since that ended, we both moved back over to his hometown in Italy. Italy? And so now that you'll be all caught up in the court system trying to pay off all those soon-to-be-made settlements, I doubt you'll have the time or money to make your way over here. How much will those settlements be, you think? Well, at least over 100,000 total, and that's if they go easy on you. $100,000? Did you seriously not think about how much people can ask for when going against the person that ruined their relationships? I just thought 300 to 400 or so. Man, you were way off, huh? Well, this is what you asked for by Hey, Tyson! Hey, answer me already.
I must have forgotten to block you. Oh well, bye now.
Wait a second. Blocking me right after all that is so strange. Don't do that.
Well, to be honest, blocking you in the first place was the right thing to do. You know, back when you cheated on me, I was mentally destroyed. I just couldn't bring myself to block you, but I did it now. Goodbye.
Are you really okay with this? Blocking me like that? You'll regret it. I promise you will.
Regret? Are you seriously trying to manipulate me into feeling guilty here?
I remember you saying that you hate regrets. That's why you should listen to me. You'll regret it if you don't.
Well, if you insist so much, I guess I'll listen. But honestly, having any kind of interaction with you just makes me sick to my stomach.
Does that mean you're so happy that it's making you sick?
I don't get what you're saying. Just hurry up and get to the point already.
So, I checked out your social media.
My social media? I started it just 6 months ago. There's no way you'd have known about it. Especially after our divorce 3 years ago.
But you know what? I'm pretty good at finding things out. I can find anything I want to.
And what does that have to do with anything?
Well, I saw that you announced your wedding the other day.
Yeah, I did.
You wrote that the wedding was going to be on the second Saturday of the month, right?
Yeah, that's right, so?
So, when do I get to come over?
Ah!
Huh? What do you mean by huh? The wedding is in just 5 months, right? In that time, you need to finalize the guest list, send out invitations, pick out the wedding dress and the reception dress, too. I want to see the venue with my own eyes, of course.
What are you talking about?
Oh, and by the way, you never proposed, did you? Even though it's a second wedding, I think it's only right for you to propose to me properly again.
I don't know what you're on about. The wedding preparations are already well underway. There's nothing I need you to do, so just stop.
What? The bride is the star of the wedding. Even if it's a second wedding, I still want to be involved in the preparations.
What are you saying? Why would my ex-wife, someone I divorced, be involved in my wedding preparations?
Why wouldn't I be involved? It's our wedding after all. As the bride, of course, I get to have my say.
Huh?
Actually, the way you're saying it sounds weird. I'm the one who's directly involved here, so why do you treat me like an outsider? It's kind of annoying.
You're completely an outsider, though.
What?
I'm getting married to someone who isn't you.
Huh? Really? Well. It's only been 3 years since we divorced, right? You honestly think someone like you, an ex-husband in his 30s, could have a new relationship? Don't make me laugh.
Well, actually, I do have someone. I'm getting married to them. And by the way, remember, you were the one who cheated and caused our divorce. It's a bit hard to believe that I'd ever remarry someone like you, don't you think?
Oh, I see. So this is some sort of test, right? You're testing my love for you?
What?
But you know, that's not okay. It's a woman's privilege to test a man's love. A man doing that to a woman is absolutely unacceptable. I suppose this just shows that you still have feelings for me, though.
What the hell are you talking about?
You've been trying to show off on social media, posting about your wedding and waiting for me to find it. How cute. You were hoping I'd see it, right? It was so obvious I couldn't help but giggle a little. Because of that, I'll let this slide just this once.
No, really, what are you talking about?
But in exchange, you need to prove your love for me with $50,000.
Where the hell did that number come from?
It's a brilliant idea. It'll be a clear sign of your love for me, don't you think?
Look, before proving anything, I've told you I don't want to get back together with you. Why don't you get it?
And I'm telling you, testing love and pretending to be affectionate, that's something a man shouldn't do. That's your problem, not mine.
Really, I've had enough of this. I don't want to get back together with you, and I just want to focus on my wedding preparations without dealing with your nonsense. You're the one making this all complicated. I'm just trying to speak my mind here, and you're making it harder than it has to be.
You're the one complicating things. All you had to do was say, I'm preparing to get back together with you, and we could have settled this easily.
My actual bride is not you!
Well, if $50,000 can prove my love to you, then that's pretty cheap when you think about the future, right?
I'm never going to have a future with you, so just drop it!
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No I'm not giving up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
What? So am I.
Oh yeah? Which one?
What do you mean, which one? There's only one in the city.
You sure about that?
Of course, it's the YouTube Hotel. I had to dig through a ton of people just to get this information, you know.
Ha! Well, you might want to check again.
What the hell does that mean?
You really didn't know, huh? YouTube Hotel isn't just one place, it's a whole chain. There are locations all over the country. Hell, they've even expanded overseas.
No.
Yeah, and as it happens, I am at a YouTube Hotel.
Wait.
Except mine's in Japan.
Japan?
Yup.
That's a joke, right?
Not at all. I got transferred here a year ago. Hell, I even posted about it on SNS.
No.
Honestly, I was half expecting you to track me down sooner. Had a whole escape plan in place just in case. But looking at this disaster, I guess I overestimated you.
You're lying.
Am I?
Japan where?
Oh, now you want to know, like I'd tell you. And before you get any bright ideas, don't bother looking up hotel locations. Not that it'd help you anyway. I just got another transfer order. Next week, I'll be moving to an entirely different country.
No.
Yeah.
Tyson?
Enough already. This is the end of the line.
Wait! At least give me the $50,000.
Excuse me?
You promised me $50,000.
The hell I did?
Yes, you did.
Nope. You brought it up all on your own and I never agreed to a damn thing.
Then why didn't you deny it earlier?
I didn't think I had to. But now that we're on the subject, that $50,000 wouldn't happen to be the amount of debt you're drowning in, would it?
Oh.
Oh, so that's what this was about.
How do you know that?
You just told me.
What?
I was guessing, Brenda, throwing it out there to see how you'd react, and you just gave me the answer. Wow. So all of this, all that delusional crap about us getting back together wasn't because you missed me, wasn't because you loved me, you just wanted a payout.
It's not like that.
The hell it isn't! You seriously thought you could just waltz back into my life, act like nothing happened, and I'd just pay off your debt like some dumbass?
That's not...
You cheated on me, we divorced, I moved on, and you want to know the best part?
What?
The woman I married, she's not even American. She's a foreigner, someone I met after I came here. Of love or companionship. And then, in a rather ironic twist of fate, she saw my wedding announcement on social media. From there, things spiraled. It wasn't just about me getting married, but about what she heard from mutual acquaintances. She found out I was doing well in my career, and in fact, I was considering remarriage. To her, it was clear this was the perfect opportunity to revive something long past. She interpreted my potential remarriage as a sign that I wanted to get back together with her. It wasn't just a simple misunderstanding, it was a complete misinterpretation of everything. She took my possible future, my progress, and, in her mind, turned it into a distorted fantasy. In her eyes, my success in life meant that I was somehow obligated to fix everything between us. This wasn't just about love or regret. It was about some sort of entitlement that she had built up over the years, an expectation that I should undo everything that had gone wrong, that I should come back and take responsibility for the mess we had made together. She somehow convinced herself that if I was now in a position of higher status with a more lucrative future ahead of me, I would naturally be willing to pay the $50,000 she owed, almost as if it were an unwritten rule. The logic was baffling, to say the least. She saw my success as a means to fix her debt, which was, in her mind, an inevitable consequence of the supposed rekindling of our relationship. In her warped thinking, the path to reconciliation would involve me taking on the role of the savior, as if I owed her not just financial support, but also emotional restoration. She thought that, in her mind, she had been wronged by my move on, by my progress, and in order to set things right, I should offer her not only my forgiveness, but also an unrealistic financial bailout. This line of reasoning led her to some seriously irrational decisions, one of which was the extreme act of demanding money from me, convinced that I would be more than willing to pay it, in the hope of winning back her affection or rebuilding some semblance of our past life. It was astonishing, to say the least, to hear of how far her thinking had strayed from reality, but given her history, I shouldn't have been too surprised. She had a tendency to create elaborate scenarios in her head, only to chase them down relentlessly, no matter how unrealistic or destructive they might be. It was almost as if, in her mind, the idea of us rekindling something would somehow make everything right again. She seemed to think that money, particularly the $50,000, would be the key to resolving all of her problems, a quick fix for everything. I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of disbelief at her actions. Here I was, moving forward with my life, and she was still stuck in this cycle of denial, making decisions based on nothing but her fantasies. As for me, I was fortunately overseas at the time due to work. I couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief knowing that I wasn't there when all of this was unfolding. Had I been back in the country, I'm sure I would have been dragged into the chaos, pulled into a situation I had no desire to be a part of. Being away was a blessing in disguise. It allowed me to put distance between myself and all the mess she was creating, to have some space to think clearly and remove myself from her manipulative grasp. Eventually, though, it all caught up with her. She couldn't keep running from the consequences of her actions forever. My ex-wife's parents, who had long been aware of the trouble she was in, finally caught up with her. No matter how hard she fought against it, she couldn't escape the reality of her situation. They, perhaps out of a sense of obligation or concern, managed to get her to face the financial mess she had created. But there was no sympathy to be had. Her parents placed her in a job she had always despised, one that she had vehemently rejected in the past, the very type of work she had always resented. They didn't care about her preferences anymore. They didn't care about her happiness. What mattered was that she pay back the money she had wasted, and she would do so by any means necessary. The work was grueling and thankless. She was reduced to a mere cog in the system, forced to labor like a workhorse with little regard for her well-being or dignity. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, Avery. Oh, Margot. Good evening. It's been a while, huh? Yeah, it has. Oh, by the way, I noticed that your mom has been picking up your child from kindergarten these past few days. I also heard that your husband was in a car accident and got hospitalized. Is that why? pretty much. He got into an accident while he was away on a business trip, so he's actually pretty far from home. Oh, I see. So that's why you've been going to visit him in the hospital? Exactly. My mother-in-law is going to take over in a few days, but until then, I've had to leave the kids with my mom. That sounds really tough. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know, okay? Thanks, Avery. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should check in on my husband now. I'll see you later. blissful time. Gotta thank my husband for getting into that accident. Welcome back, Margot. Huh? Wait, come on now. Why are you talking to me like we're so distant now? Where are you now? Just got off the train, standing by the ticket gate. Oh, Daniel and I split up earlier, so I'm heading over to Abby's place to bring her some souvenirs. Oh, your sister's name is Abby, huh? My name is Avery. They do sound similar, so maybe that's why you mixed them up? Wait, Abby? No. That's a terrible joke, Avery. Still haven't realized, huh? Maybe take a second and check. Who exactly have you been messaging all this time? What? Wait. No way. Figured it out? No way. Avery? Not Abby? That's right. The person you've been gleefully spilling all your dirty secrets to is none other than me, the wife of your so-called boyfriend. No. Then Daniel. Oh, he just came home, smiling ear to ear. He's now sitting on the living room floor, right in the middle of a very intense lecture. Lecture? Both his parents and mine are standing around him, arms crossed, glaring down at him. No way. Oh, and thanks for those lovely photos of your little romantic getaway. They made it real easy to get him to sign the divorce papers. Wait! By the way, about your sister, didn't you mention in your messages that she's been cheating too? What? With your mother-in-law, no less. While his wife was away taking care of her injured husband, she was sneaking into your house, messing around with her son's wife. Disgusting, isn't it? Wait! And you? Your husband got into an accident, and instead of rushing to be by his side, you were off having a grand old time with my husband. What a wonderful wife you are. No, that's... Oh, speaking of your husband, he was transferred to a hospital here in the city a few days ago. What? And he got permission to go home today, so he's currently at your house with your mother-in-law. No way. Naturally, I told them everything about your sister, about your mother-in-law. What do you mean, everything? Your husband and mother-in-law have already decided to get divorced. Already? Yep. All of that was sorted while you were busy sending me your little oops, wrong person messages. Now it's just you left. No. Tonight's gonna be a rough one for you. Good luck.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No I'm not giving up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
They helped with the little things like watching my child while I worked or offering advice when I needed it. It was a humbling experience, but also one that made me realize how much I had taken for granted before. I had always been independent, but now I was leaning on my family more than ever. Fortunately, I had been able to get a part-time job at a local supermarket. It wasn't much, but it allowed me to earn some money and start rebuilding my life. There was a sense of pride in being able to support myself and my child, even if it meant doing something that felt like a step backward. At least it was something. The goal was always to work my way up, and I was determined to aim for a full-time position as soon as I could. I knew it would take time, but I was ready to work for it. The idea of becoming a permanent employee was motivating. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, that I was capable of creating a stable future. A few months passed, and my life seemed to settle into a routine, though nothing ever felt quite the same. Then something unexpected happened. My ex-husband, who had been living with Margot and the others, disappeared one day. It was as if he had just decided to leave without any warning. He didn't pack up his things, didn't leave any explanation. He simply walked out the door and never returned. At first, I thought it was some sort of temporary absence, that maybe he had gone somewhere for work or just needed some space, but the days passed and there was no sign of him. Soon after, Margot's father-in-law and sister also started to disappear one by one. It seemed like they were all just vanishing. The neighbors kept telling me how strange it was, how the house that had once been full of life was now silent. No one knew where they went or if they were even in the area anymore. It felt like a ghost story, like they had all just disappeared off the face of the earth. There was a strange sort of relief mixed with confusion. Part of me wanted to know what had happened to them, to understand why they had left so suddenly. But another part of me was just glad that they were gone. The chaos, the uncertainty, it was all gone. I didn't know how to process it. What had led to their disappearance? Were they running from something, or had they all just decided they needed to go their separate ways? I could feel a mix of emotions: curiosity, frustration, even a little anger. There were so many unresolved feelings tied up in all of this. I couldn't help but think about the years I spent with my ex-husband, how we had tried to make things work, how I had struggled to hold on to a relationship that had been slowly falling apart for so long. Margot's role in all of this had always been unclear to me. I never fully understood what she meant to my ex-husband or why she had been so involved in our lives. It had always seemed like she was a shadow in the background, always lurking, always there. Even when we tried to live our lives together, she was somehow present in the periphery. I never wanted to admit it, but it felt like there was a part of my ex-husband that had always been drawn to her, as if he was more attached to her than he was to me. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that their disappearing act might have been inevitable. My marriage had been strained for years, and the final straw had always been just out of reach. I think deep down we both knew it wasn't working, but we stayed anyway, because it was easier than facing the truth. But eventually, reality caught up with us. My ex-husband, Margot, and the others had all just vanished, leaving me behind with questions that would likely never be answered. And now here I was, back at my parents' house, raising my child and building a new life. It wasn't what I had expected, but in some ways it was exactly what I needed. It gave me time to reflect, to regroup, and to rediscover who I was without the weight of the past dragging me down. I couldn't keep dwelling on the past, no matter how much I wanted closure. I had to look forward, not back. As time passed, I started to realize something. The disappearance of my ex-husband and the others wasn't something I needed to understand or even solve. It was a part of my past, a chapter that had ended on its own. It didn't define me anymore. It didn't have the power to control my future. I had my child, my family, and a new sense of purpose. I had my job, my goals, and my dreams. I was building a life that was mine, not one that had been shaped by the failures of others. Sure, there were moments when I wondered what happened to my ex-husband and the others. It was natural to be curious. Hello. Oh, sorry, who is this? What? It's Alana. Alana? From high school? Duh. Do you know anyone else by the name other than this high school Madonna? Oh, well, okay, wow, hi. I'm so surprised to hear from you, Alana. Long time no speak. What's up? Oh my god, awkward. Sounded like you had a hard time remembering who I was there. I thought we were friends. Sorry, I just didn't expect to hear from you. But it's great to connect again. Has something come up? Well, I was just wondering if you were in town for the big reunion tonight. Are you back? Yes, I am attending. Didn't want to miss a chance to see everyone. Oh, good. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it. I heard that you live in the city nowadays. That's right, I live in LA. I just got back in last night. I haven't been home in a while, so I wanted to see my folks anyway, and I figured it'd be a good opportunity for me to catch up with my family and friends, so I decided to join the party. I was just about to start getting ready. Yeah, me too. I'm so excited. I mean, I didn't know the school is able to throw such a big party for alumni. Half the entire grade is coming, apparently. I know, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, I guess I will see you at the reception then. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, the after party's at the Italian restaurant down the street from the school. You know, the one owned by Penny's dad. It starts as soon as the event's over, so make sure you move quickly. The after party? Sorry, I wasn't aware of any after party. Well, now you are, silly. I have an important role for you, so don't be late. Wait a second, what role? I'm sorry, but I don't think I can make it to this party. I've kind of made plans with some close friends. Let me guess, Jane, right? I mean, who else would you make plans with? Well, yeah, I guess. We have kept close since high school, if that's what you mean. You two were practically glued together. You had no one else to hang out with. I guess nothing has changed over the years. The same old geeks. Excuse me? That's quite mean for you to say. Chill out, girl. You know I'm just playing with you. Anyway, Jane already knows about the party. I told her earlier and she gave me the same response. You guys must be twins or something, seriously. But now that you are both invited, there's no reason not to come. So I'll see you there, okay? Wait, Alana, sorry, I don't think we want to change our plans. Why not? It'll be fun. I'm sure it will be, but we have other commitments. I'm sorry. Oh, stop it now. You don't have to pretend you have something important. Just listen to me and everything is going to be fine, okay? Alana, I don't know why you're saying that. I'm not pretending. We actually have to be somewhere after the reunion. Besides, you don't get to decide what is important for us and what isn't. Thank you for the invitation, but I must decline. If Jane gave you the same response, I'm sure she said the same. Oh, give me a break, smartass. You're annoying me now. Just do as I say. What else would you want more than to be invited to a party by the prettiest, most popular girl in town? I'm annoying you? Well, I'm not going to change my answer. You can't make me come. And by the way, there are a lot of things I'd prefer more than an invitation from you, trust me. Again, sorry, but I'm not changing plans for you. Lady, enough. I demand you come. Who said I'm giving you a choice anyway? There will be consequences if you do not show up. Understand? Oh, and by the way, the fee for the after party is $50 per person. Alana, like I said, I'm not going. Please don't expect me to be there, especially not after what you've just said to me. I don't appreciate you being persuasive and rude. Hey, Jane, did Alana message you earlier? Hey, Olivia. Yeah, she did. I'm guessing you heard from her too. Yeah, just now. What the hell is up with her? She asked that we go to the after party, right? Exactly. I didn't even know there was going to be one. Me neither. And I told her repeatedly that we had other plans, so we can't go. But she was being so persistent. I don't think she was listening to anything I was saying. Yeah, same deal on my end. I told her the same, but she wouldn't listen. This is so weird. Why were we even invited after all these years? Have you been in contact with her recently? Not at all. I don't think we've spoken since graduation, or whenever it was that she last bullied us. Me neither. I mean, if things haven't changed since high school, then I'm sure she still has her group of followers. Why would she need us to show up? And that's what I don't get either. She almost sounded desperate. I know, she was practically ordering me. She was being so rude, saying that our plan was less important and all. She said something similar to me, too. It was ridiculous, so I just stopped messaging back. You're smart. I shouldn't have let her get to me like that. I just didn't see any point in talking to her, that's all. There must be something going on with her, and I really don't want to get involved. If she still hangs out with her bubbly friends, I'm sure they can have a good time without us. Especially since they always looked down on us anyway. Exactly! But what do you think it is? Why would she demand us to show up at her party? And why out of the blue? I bet she just wants to make a fool out of us like she always did back in the day. She just wants to feel that she's still at the top of the student hierarchy. How sad. True that. So just to be clear, we're not taking the invitation, correct? Of course not. We agreed that tonight's plan is top priority. It could be a serious game changer for us. We would be idiots to let anyone ruin it, especially someone like Alana. Okay, good. We're on the same page. I'll see you later at the reception then. Yes, and hopefully we can avoid being seen much by her since there's going to be a bunch of people attending. We'll need to watch each other's back, and afterward we'll move as planned. For sure. See you in a bit. Olivia? Where the hell are you? I don't see Jane here either. I'm assuming you two are together. I hope you two aren't planning on showing up late to get everyone's attention. Don't even worry about trying, because you will never be able to pull something off like that at my party. It's not possible to steal the attention when I am there. In fact, no one would ever be interested in nerds like you, even if it wasn't my party. Oh, and by the way, I've invited Tim and Jordan as well. My plan is to go home with either of them tonight, so don't you dare try to steal them from me. To be clear, you two were invited to make me look good. So hurry up. Do your role and make me stand out. Oh, I can't wait to spend some time with them. I actually planned the after party just so that I can get to know them better. Did you even know that the two of them run their own app business? Can you imagine? The two top geeks in high school, they are filthy rich now. I saw an article about them in a business magazine the other day, and I just could not believe my eyes. And they've done a good job on their looks, too. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they were walking next to me. So I figured I'd give them a chance to be my boyfriend. Anyway, you know the deal now, so get your ass over here before the boys show up. Hey, Olivia! Why the hell did you not come to the after party? I told you that you and Jane had to show up. I can't believe the two of you had the nerve to ignore me. Tim and Jordan didn't show either. What the hell is wrong with you geeks? Ugh, my night is ruined. The only people who did show up were the other unimportant nerds and ass kissers. And they were actually getting touchy with each other at my party. Ugh, so gross. Pick up, Olivia. Who do you think you are to ignore me? I will not allow this. You can't order me to do anything, Alana. And both of us told you clearly that we were not going to make it to your party. I am sorry you couldn't enjoy it, but that's not on us. Wait, actually, I am not really sorry. Because I am sure that even if we did attend your party, you wouldn't have let Jane or I enjoy it. You were going to treat us wrongly, so there's no point in feeling sorry for you. You brought this upon yourself. Shut up! I told you you had to come. I know your plan for the night wasn't that important anyway. I mean, I, of all people, invited you to a party. You should have dropped everything and just did everything I asked you. You are way out of your league to be ignoring a popular girl like me. You don't know that our plan wasn't important. In fact, it was a very special night for us, and there was no way we were going to let you, of all people, ruin it. I beg your pardon? What the hell do you mean? As if I'm not good enough for you. I don't think you understand your position. I, the Madonna of the school, asked you and your stupid friend to come to my party. Why on earth would you not want to come? You just tossed away your once-in-a-lifetime invitation from a popular person? No one will ever invite ugly geeks like you to a fancy party. Oh wow, is that how you think about us? Of course, it's no secret. Ugh, what a waste of my time though. I got dressed up and all for nothing. I don't understand why Tim and Jordan didn't show up either. I can't believe I'm going home alone tonight. Tim and Jordan didn't show up at your party because they had important business matters. What? How the hell would you know what they were up to tonight? Oh my god, are you making up stories now because you're jealous? You feel left out because your used-to-be nerd friends are now celebrities, aren't you? Well, face it, Olivia. Tim and Jordan are now way up in the hierarchy where I am. You should really get a grip and accept that you will never be good enough to hang out with high-class people like us. I don't care if you consider me a nerd or a geek, but I'm telling you the truth about Tim and Jordan. They really did have to take care of business. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't believe me. They declined your invitation just as we did when you asked them to join, right? For some reason, you just assumed that we'd all be there. You have a serious issue not listening to what other people say, you know. Wait a second. How the hell would you know that they declined my invitation this morning? You wouldn't know anything about Tim and Jordan. You can't fool me. How sad of you to bluff about boys. I know because they told me. In fact, I am with them right now as we speak. Huh? They're sitting across the table from me this moment. Are you being serious right now? You're saying that the four of you ditched me to hang out with each other? What the hell? Ditched? No, Alana, no one ditched you. We all declined your offer, politely, until you decided to be persuasive. That's when we had to ignore your calls and messages, but it didn't start out that way, and you know it. So you admit it. You ignored me. I'll be honest, you surprised me with your nerves. But I guess you still don't understand your position. Well, I'll show you what happens when you disobey me. Everybody knows who I am here. I am going to tell everyone what a mean bitch you are. I'll tell them that you bullied me with Jane and the boys. Everyone is going to believe me, and no one will ever talk to you again. In fact, you will never be welcome to this county again. Alana, I am going to be frank with you. You really need to snap out of it because, unfortunately, you are not as important as you think. You might have been popular back in high school, but that was ages ago. We're not students anymore, and your nonsense will not be accepted anywhere in the real world. Excuse me? Speaking of the real world, as you know, Tim and Jordan are responsible for the app company you read about in the magazine. Tonight, the two were invited to a dinner meeting with a business partner who happens to be one of the top businessmen in the state. What? That doesn't make any sense. Why, of all nights, did it have to be tonight? Oh, let me guess. You're going to say, coincidence. Liar! Stop pretending like you know what they're up to, Olivia. I guess you can say that it was partly a coincidence. You see, the boys and this business person usually meet on Skype, but since they were going to be nearby for a few days, they asked to meet in person. Understandably, though, the business partner is an extremely busy person, and the only night he could meet up was tonight. Seeing him in person to talk about business was much more important than you, obviously, so the four of us left the reunion a bit early to make it to dinner with him. And boy, are we glad we did. Because the meeting went great, and now we've just won a huge opportunity. It just ended a little while ago, and now we're chilling over coffee. Okay, now you sound crazy. As if you were with them during the dinner. Oh, sorry, I wasn't clear on that part, I guess. Jane and I are also among the founding members of the company. Huh? Can you try reading again to understand? What? No way. You think I would believe that you work with Tim and Jordan? You don't have to if you don't want to. I can't make you believe in anything. But it's true. You can ask around. It's not that we keep this a secret or anything, so I'm sure someone knows that the four of us work together. Oh. Well, I never even knew you were that smart. You were probably never interested in where the nerds ended up after high school, but all of us worked our asses off and went on to Stanford. Stanford? You and Jane? Yes, and Tim and Jordan as well. We ended up taking a bunch of classes together, so all 4 of us remained pretty close. And while we spent more time together, we began to talk about starting an app business. That can't be true. If you say you are one of the founding members, why weren't you in the magazine with the boys? Because neither Jane or I are comfortable being exposed to the public. We simply prefer to keep a private life. So Tim and Jordan agreed to take the lead in terms of PR. What? Are you serious? Yes, in fact, I think the article mentioned that the company was founded by 4 high school classmates. It wouldn't be that weird if the remaining 2 were Jane and myself, don't you think? Wow. Well, I didn't know. A lot of our friends from high school are aware. But hey, I wouldn't expect you to since you were completely uninterested in us. Well, I guess surprise for me then. I never imagined you'd be so successful. Anyway, so then it's good news that you're close to the boys. You should set them up with me. At this point, whichever is fine, really. I won't be picky. That should save you some hassle, right? I beg your pardon? I'm saying I'd give them another chance, silly. It was too bad that they missed out on my party for work tonight. I'm sure they were upset they couldn't spend time with me. But I can be flexible for the next couple of days while they're here. And if you can arrange something for us, then I will officially let you in my group of people. I'll even invite you to my next party. No thanks. Huh? Why the hell not? This is your chance to become popular for once. Why would you decline such an offer? Alana, seriously, you are the only one who is so caught up with popularity and fame and all that superficial stuff. I'm not interested in becoming a member of your group. I don't care if I'm popular or not. And for the record, I will not arrange anything for you. All 4 of us have a partner whom we are in a serious relationship with. So keep away from Tim and Jordan. No way! All of you are in serious relationships? You and Jane as well? But you're geeks. I can't believe anyone would want to date girls like you. Believe what you want. What you think or say doesn't affect me at all. Honestly, I just kind of think it's sad how you turned out. Excuse me? Anyway, I am done explaining things for you. But for the last time, none of us will ever be attending your petty parties. In fact, I doubt any of us will ever see you again. Goodbye, Alana. Good luck with life. Wait, Olivia! I am not done talking to you! Hello? Olivia! It's beyond my imagination how someone can be so caught up in the past, but I guess Alana had serious difficulty letting go of the good memories she had as the popular girl in high school. I later found out that even years after graduating, she had been persuading her subordinates to set her up with men of her interest at parties she would throw just for that purpose. She was too busy and blind to realize that she was gradually losing her friends because of her selfishness. By the time she didn't have anyone she considered valuable around to help her hook up with men. So when she found out that the high school was throwing an official reunion party, she was over the moon, thinking she'd be able to use people that had been out of town in order to get back on dating again. I guess she also realized around the same time that Tim and Jordan were now successful and thought of me and Jane to utilize. To our surprise, though, someone told me that since after the reunion, she's become a totally different person. Being turned down by the people who she used to categorize as geeks must have been a shock to her. She completely lost her confidence and stopped taking care of herself. The last I heard, she locks herself up in her room all day, every day, doing nothing but watching TV. It's a real shame what's happened to her because she really is beautiful. If she knew how to use her outgoingness and charm the right way, I'm sure she wouldn't have ended up the way she is today. But honestly, it's unlikely that she'd attend any more of our future reunions, so I'm glad I won't have to worry about her ruining anyone's fun nights anymore.